Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 61 of Kenshi. So, if you recall, we left off where we had just capped a dust boss. I believe Rhadamant's the one holding it. Yep. And we were going to head and turn him in on our way home. All the way home. I think Rain is still the slowest member of this group. And we will go from hub to squin. Go in the other door. There we go. We did, however, buy some blueprints that I want to take advantage of. So, before I allow time to pass too much, let me... Whoop, it's loading the zone. Okay, that just got way weird. Let me set up some regular chainmail to compare side by side with blackened chainmail. And additionally, I think it's time to just pull the trigger on eagle crosses. We're going to make eagle crosses. Hopefully we won't have too much friendly fire, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. Just crank those babies out. Chung is still working on drugs. We have a huge stockpile of drugs that I've been meaning to put away and haven't. In fact, he seems to have a lot of really weird and random items on him that I can help put away. Oh, there he goes. And Molly, you are not working either because your box is full, isn't it? Let's see. What could I make with Molly? Do I have any long cleavers? Long cleavers are pretty good anti-robot weapons, and they don't weigh a ton. I don't know. I feel like I want desert sabers, given what you all want me to do next. Nadachi katanas wouldn't be terrible either. We'll just keep cranking them out. I'm not exactly sure what weapons I want everyone to have. Eventually, we'll want as many Meito weapons as possible. Now, another thing I wanted to change, which is in the AI here, is the follow mode. And let's go back to AI. Shoot first, ask later is on. Share food, rescue. Heal, help, and rescue allies I'll turn on as well. Oh, look at this train here. Very easy to see who the slowest member is. Now, the reason I turned on the train is due to one of the tips I received from... Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't have it written down. I think it was Chromology. And he mentioned the quickest way to have a firing line is to have all the humans follow green in caravan formation, and they'll form a line. As you can see, there's already a line here. So that's a pretty good way to have an instant line. And caravan formation is fine. Most of the time we're not going to get engaged on unless I'm paying attention, and therefore caravan's not a problem. That also leaves Plan in the back, who suffers the injuries the first and fastest, so again, another reason to be in caravan. This puts Rhadamant and all the toughest people up front, and that's totally cool with me. Oh, look, a dust camp. The $2,000 I make for dust camps are really not worth it. The only reason I'm really heading to Squin is I'm heading to AdMag next. And I might as well come to Squin if I'm swinging through, right? Hello, policeman. Oh, fine, I'll just go straight to the crate. Who's imprisoned here? A dust boss. And, oh, Gorillo's still here. I'm almost tempted to see if I can... Oh, hello. Tora is out of prison. And they put her back in prison. That was kind of strange. I could only bail out the dust boss. Yeah, I think they did that because there was a chance that people were recruiting people like Bugmaster, who had been turned in and then consequently bailed out. And that gives you one hell of a really powerful... recruit like immediately, which is definitely incorrect. So we need for this fabric and chainmail sheets. We have plenty. We'll get those made. Now I wanted to go over a few other tips that I received. So Froggy Music Man mentioned the difference between chainmail and blackened chainmail. We're going to compare them side by side, see what we think. He also mentioned that boots, pants, and helmets can be manufactured very quickly, which means it's very easy to get them all to masterwork level first. So after I finish this pair of chainmail, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's do a quick inventory on boots first. So we need 1 pair of samurai, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pair of masterwork samurai boots. And we have 3 of them. So that will be something we queue up. We will do samurai boots. I don't know how many it will take to get to masterwork, but if we make too many, it's really not that much of a problem, given that I can sell them for profit. Also, Chung will replenish the supply of armor plating, and I ought to be on the lookout to buy some of that as well. Another one, someone else pointed out, Sokar pointed out that Agnew has not really encumbered herself. I hadn't picked up the Thieves' Backpacks since the last change of attack, so we'll do just that. Get her training again, up to 68. Each point of strength allowing her to more adequately use her exile plank, which is perfect. All right, Raiders, how close to AdMag are you? Not super close. We're working on it. I'm curious what else I could work on. Chung is cranking out the drugs, which I really need to sell at some point. I'm curious. Can Plan even... Not Plan. Can Pingu bank them from this distance? No, he can't. That'd be pretty cool. Is King slower? No, King isn't slower. Ron's really falling behind. That just might be a pathing bug. Ron seemed to go left when everyone else went right. That might be an error in just Caravan moving. That's fine. As long as they're more or less grouped together. We're all at AdMag anyway. And they want to see my loot, which is totally fine. And I am here in the faction HQ. If you can all guess why I'm in the faction HQ, that would be amazing. So I have sort of pondered about an alliance with the Shek Kingdom, right? And I need to figure out who I have to talk to. So this person here seems to have the chat for it. So they're saying they don't like to chat. They just like to fight. He's busy. I want to propose an alliance. They say they don't need my help. And then I say, hey, what if I kill Bugmaster for you? All right. I asked about his missing horns. Usually the Shek Much like in samurai culture, when you dishonor yourself, you had your hair cut. I think the Shek dehorn themselves. And then I say, hey, I'm done. So it seems like they will consider an alliance if I kill Phoenix, who's the leader of HN, or one of the leaders of HN. I'm not exactly sure about their leader structure. Or Bugmaster. And Bugmaster is a crazy dude who loves bugs, who lives here. And yes, I think killing Bugmaster might be a good idea. A very, very tough idea. I would need to train up on Desert Sabers to be able to fight bugs a little bit better and toughen my guys up a little bit more. But that would be somewhat of a lofty goal and one worthy of undertaking. Which means, even more so, I really would like to get better armor cranked out. Like chainmail, but chainmail takes forever. Or those boots. In fact, Mish Shrike, what if I just had you do the boots real quick? Crank a few boots out. So Gecko seems to just be able to get a handle on iron plates and steel. And even the steel bars are bottlenecked for output. Let's see. We are having trouble with the Desert Sabers because they're filling up the inventory. And she's just going to put them all away again, isn't she? Yes, she is. Let's have Shrike hold them. So these Desert Sabers, as you can see, that I've been stockpiling, have very, very, very high bonuses to spiders. Now, my home crew, my raiders, as they are now known, are not particularly good at sabers. Wike is, but most of them aren't. Some of them have Mato weapons. So, for instance, a Mato horse chopper might not be worth replacing with like a Desert Saber. Cutting damage of 2.2, blunt of 0.5 versus 1.62. Even with the bonus damage, might not be worth trading up to. Depending on the types of enemies. But all the katana-wearing users could also change up to sabers, possibly. I haven't definitively made that choice, but some of them have pretty good stats. If I check the stats real quick, some of them have like Infinite Wing has a stat of 30 to sabers, Griffin has 20, Helmet has 18. Some of them are not atrocious with sabers and therefore might be worth switching over to sabers. Oh, what is going on out here? Ah. Yeah, okay. Hold on 1 second. Mr. Fog people. All the people that have been training on turrets. Go man the turrets real quick. And then Agnew, you are going to put down Pingu. Pingu, you're going to bash Screamer. Agnew, you are going to unencumber yourself and stop blocking. These guys want to fight. They'll get a fight. Alright, Screamer's down. You want to bash at my gates? Oh, I did that just in time, didn't I? Alright, you little fog. This is not going to end well for you. Alright, crossbowmen. There you are. They're not all that useful at the moment. Let's see if Agnew can take them all out. I can always send the rest of the homesteaders out to assist. But, oh, you know what I could do with Agnew? Agnew, could you pick up Pingu and run out where the crossbow or the harpoon people will assist. That'd be pretty cool. Just don't get hit by friendly fire. Y'all better be shooting. Tracking. Yep, they're definitely shooting now. Good to know that I need to stand closer to the gate. Alright, let's self-repair. Pengu's barely unconscious. How's our little screamer idiot doing? You're fine. And that is good to know. I'll have to... That tower could be pointed better. But this isn't our final base. I do plan on making another base, so... With that in mind, I can always make improvements for next time. Let's pick up Pengu. Chung should probably, and will automatically, if I did everything right, be repairing that other gate. Or repairing Agnew for that reason, for that matter. Let's go repair Screamer. And back to the Raiders. Yeah, they're almost on. Perfect. Okay, a lot of new boots. Only one masterwork. Oh, two masterwork. Oh boy. It's going to be really hard to try to sell these boots to the hivers that are nearby. They're going to be like, boots, what are they for? I'll have to be like, oh no, humans buy them, humans buy them. They're useful. It's a no-foot hiver joke. Never mind. I'll never make jokes again. Alright, Agnew's almost all repaired. Severed a whole lot of arms. Well done, miss. Well done. Plan has got a bucket full of research. If you can measure research in the bucket loads. Come on. We are not out of range. Put the... where are you? Plan, did you fall? Plan fell behind, like, considerably. Dope. Dope indeed. Well, everyone else will be able to eat and nourish themselves. I'm going to go through and make sure that I've got them all geared up. So someone like Jane's, I'm not going to bother switching over to sabers. Ron, how about you? No. Rain, you already have a falling sun. You know, Rain, I'm going to have you switch over to a desert saber because you don't have that high heavy weapon. Sabers are actually higher for you. So for now, if I have a desert saber at edge type 1, that would be even better. Shrike has all these. Oh, I just have... I mean edge 2, but I just have a bunch of edge 1s. They'll have to do. And given that they possibly get disarmed, I'll switch over. Okay. Beep. You have a Meito weapon, not considering swapping you out. Okay, Summit. Let's get rid of that toothpick. Get rid of your bolts. And temporarily, you are going to be a saber wielder too. Who else? Griffin, you also will be a saber wielder, so let's correct this. And instead of a katana, crap katana, we'll give you a better one. In fact, Let's make sure everyone has at least edge 1 katanas. Wing Wing, same deal with you. You are going to be sabered up, as you are good with them. Get rid of these junk bows. I have so much stuff to sell. Do I even have a katana 1 laying around? I might not. Rain can probably... Oh, Rain already has. Okay. Well, Desert Saber anyway, and give you an MK1. Okay, so we're considerably sabered up. I'm going to need to reorder the squad because they're a bit out of order. Okay, what is going on with the plan? You're just stuck. I've been telling you to come. There we go. Just a little bit of a pathing problem. Nothing a little nudge can't fix. Next up, boots, right? Ooh, we have really bad pants on Rhadamant too. It's something I have to think about. So for the non-tanks, leather is going to be in. So for someone like Silvershade, I really ought to do a leather hiver, but he's a little unique given that he needs a different set of clothing. All right, so I'm looking for leather. Anyone that doesn't have a specialist or better leather turtleneck. Ideally, eventually, all masterwork. Apparently, they all have... Oh, here's a leather shirt. That'd be incorrect. And here's another leather shirt. Oh boy, I really need to empty out my inventory. All right, now for samurai boots. Might as well have the highest armor possible so we don't lose our feet. And I think Pengu is going to be required to go on a trade run pretty soon. More masterworks. I had 1, 2 other masterwork. Oh, 3 other masterwork. That might be enough. Hobbs, yep. This is a lot of boots. You can call me Rhadamant the Cobbler. Silver obviously doesn't need them. Okay, so Rain is the only one that does not have masterwork samurai boots. Let's go fetch Pengu. Have Pengu help us sell some of our boots. So, Mr. Pengu, you're in the trainers. Before I sell the turtlenecks, I really ought to equip my home crew with turtlenecks. Leather turtleneck. Because they are going to inevitably find themselves in some combat, and undergearing them would be a mistake. I've invested a lot of training in whatever craft they do. Okay, so I'm out of turtlenecks. I'm not going to equip the vastly inferior ones. I just won't bother. Now back to Pengu. We're going to load up. And I looked at them individually, one by one, to make sure there wasn't anything that ought not to be sold. And there we go. Pengu is about as stuffed full of stuff as possible. Silver, are you able to run around with him at normal speeds? More or less. 20, that's fine. That will work for me. Now, as far as helmets go, I think I'm done on the helmets front. I think everyone... Oh, no. We need 3 more Masterwork helmets. And I was also thinking of putting a mast helmet on green. Oh, no, he won't be able to hold a mast helmet. I'll have to put a police helmet. Oh, but they're horrible crossbow effects. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3 more mast helmets that are Masterwork. I didn't realize this. Oop, not visored. And chainmail. There's so much little stuff I need to do. Hiver. I need hive leather vests. And some samurai helmets. And then I really need to work on pants as well. That's something I have not done a very good job on. Plan, are you getting closer? At least we freed up some space here. Plan was getting targeted. Not true anymore. So let's do a quick reordering of people. Because some people, like Hamit, lost their bows. So we got to figure out what other humans lost their bows. Griffin, Hamit, and Infinite Wingwang. So let's move them around. Hamit and Griffin. So Wingwang. So now the crossbowmen will be Silver, Hobbs, Mew, Crumble, and Stubbs. Checking their stats for precision shooting. They're all pretty good precision shooting. In fact, Silver Shade is the only one that doesn't have really good precision shooting, but everyone else has pretty good precision shooting. I think at this point I can trust them with Eagle Crosses. So that's 5 more Eagle Crosses I need to make. Ideally 6 if I get a higher quality ones. It's a lot of preparation. All right, Plan, I would love for you to get over here now. I've been waiting on you, buddy. Nope, she's getting targeted again. All right, I'm just going to pick up one of the dead fogmen to train with. It doesn't really matter if it's Pengu or not, because lifting any corpse will increase strength. Could we fight, please? Thank you. And then Rhadamant, I'm going to temporarily turn on jobs and have him do some corpse furnacing. Just because it's getting nasty while we wait for Plan to get home. Almost here. That's good. Plan will put away all the precious tech and then load up full of weapons and other things to sell. The first merchant run in quite some time. So that's a lot of tech right there. There's also a variety of other items. Oh, perfect. Almost every single plate will immediately be used. We'll go ahead and bring things that we can sell. And things we want to keep, we'll put away. At this point, I could really probably use more general storage. That'd be a nice thing to build myself at some point. Alright, so now we have an inventory full of heads and drugs. There's some more drugs in here, isn't there? Anything else in here? I don't know. Cactus we can sell. As for meat, let's check the meat store. Oh, the meat storage is full up entirely. Aramid, what have you been doing? Why have you not been using this? Take more drugs, and then weapons. So any edge, any of this old stuff, this saber is a good backup sword, I guess. I think Infinite Wingmay needed one. Okay, I'll leave the edge to topper in case I want to use it later. Holy moly, we make helmets fast. We need 3 of them. And I totally... Okay, Stubbs needed 1. Griffin needs another. And Wingway needed the last one. Specialist grade. Do I have any masterwork on my home crew? My homesteaders? I don't believe I do. I think I would not have done that intentionally, at least. Okay, we are just about full up. And now you can understand why I forgot to bring... food, because it really doesn't fit. I'm going to have Rhadamant stuff a little bit of food in his backpack. But we're not going very far. This is just a quick little trade run. What are you doing, Ruka? Sitting around because your jobs are on? Who's... Oh, maybe Scream of the False is close enough that it's causing targeting issues. Okay, Silver, we had determined that you should pick up Pingu. Rhadamant turns off your jobs. And we're going to head into Mongrel. They have a lot more buying power than the Hive villages. I'll close the door behind me. And I'm really not interested in getting in a fight. Luckily for me, everyone is super fast. So we can avoid all the fights. I'm not interested in getting in a fight because it's just for trade. Although, I gotta say, there's not a lot of hostile death yards going on. Okay, why are you all stopped? Keep moving. I haven't actually seen a lot of enemies around, so that's interesting. Oh, there, we're getting hit. Not sure how they're catching up, to be honest. But we can take a hit or two. Or actually, many more than a hit or two. Alright, and let's go make money. We'd run in here to sell off some stuff. Oh my god, they have all of our old junk bows still on sale. That's kind of funny. Plan, you have some stuff. Already can't afford anything. Oh boy, that was fun. Good times there. Yeah, these shopkeepers, we are quickly outgrowing them. Maybe I can buy a Eagle Cross from this shop. That would help out. Yeah, they have 3 Eagle Crosses I'm able to So So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, and all your bolts. And that allows you to have more money to buy my old junk. Okay. Well, the cool thing about this is a huge step up from the crappy toothpick or whatever I was using to an Eagle's Cross. What a leap. And I'll hand some of these Eagle Crosses out. And just so that I know that they're not going to use toothpicks. Actually, I will even trade these back to plan. We can keep the toothpicks for the home crew. The home crew doesn't really have the skill of for crossbow skills like the away crew does, so I don't want to run the risk of friendly fire or anything like that. Okay. Who else? What other store is going to have a decent amount of money? The bars don't really, but the armory will. There's probably not a whole lot of blueprints left in the normal, and I use the word normal, the normal areas of the game that I need. There are parts of the world out there that have some pretty odd blueprints. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to spoil it. That's why I'm being obtuse. But what I'm trying to say is I have most of the blueprints that you'll normally find. Okay. They are super out of money. What about the travel store? Do you got any good maps for me? No, this travel store really never has maps, I don't think. The shirt store. Come on, why are you stuck? It is somewhat liberating, I gotta say, to like dump everything that you've been crafting off for sale. And just like, I don't know. I mean, it's the same feeling I get in real life when I'm bring old clothing that's still wearable. I'm not trying to offload my crap. But bringing clothing that no longer fits or I no longer want to the Salvation Army or other similar organization. And just have so much more closet room. This is, I sort of feel the same organizational catharsis, to use fancy terms, that I would. Okay, if I am not incorrect, we have, oh, there's some research books. Okay, I think everyone is good now to return back to Rhadamant. Slowest person might be Silvershade. Because Silvershade is holding Pingu. Agnew is not. I really should get in the habit of just holding a Hiver corpse because Pingu's good as a gate guard. And if I have Pingu in my arms, there might be a time when, well, the only problem with this is if Screamer overwhelms me, I don't have Pingu to help out. I don't know. I think that's why originally I was holding Pingu. So I do have a bunch of new research. I have a bunch of engineering research that I'll put towards strong defensive walls. I have some AI cores that I really ought to start pushing towards robotics. So I'll start with the Hiver legs. As far as engineering research goes, oh, this only requires books. That's super cheap. Oh, this requires books too. As far as engineering research goes, we could unlock the higher tier outposts. Oh, we are getting attacked. We are barely out of the gate. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm not... Who hates blood? Really? Oh, yeah, you're Sadnil. I guess that makes sense. You don't bleed, you're just full of oil or whatever. I'm not looking for a big fight in the Death Yards. I'm on a Shakusign mission to work towards Bugmaster. And for that, I need top tier armor and weapons that are good against bugs and that kind of stuff. I don't need to beat on these fogmen anymore. Almost 70. Almost 7/10 of the way there. Checking in on the homesteaders. We probably have the helmets already. Oof. One samurai helmet out of a lot of them. Ouch. So, if I recall correctly, we still have one specialist helmet for masked. So let's try to get another masked helmet done. Until we get a masterwork, and then we'll work on the... Where'd the rest of them go? Why you guys keep splitting up? Plan got here, but no one else did? Oh no, they're here. Where are you guys going? Just turn off jobs. Where are you running to? Protecting allies. Oh, yeah, okay. I understand now. I did turn on the AI. Who am I protecting from whom here, though? That is what's really confusing to me. Because their fogmen's not my allies, and the hungry bandits aren't my allies. So who are they trying to tell me is my allies? I'm not sure. I might have to turn off that requirement, that AI change. Because it's already kind of annoying me. So help. I'll help allies when I feel like it. How's that? Silver Shade, you can put Pingu down. And we've got some ammunition to put away. An armor plate. Masterwork grade. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, so we have all the masked helmets we need. And we need a few more Masterwork Samurai helmets. Because side by side, you can see the huge difference between Masterwork and Specialist. In terms of armor. And if we want to mitigate a lethal hit to the head... That's a big difference. So, 2 more samurai helmets is what we're looking for. Bard, you don't seem to be working on anything. Did I screw up your queue? Eagle crosses, you don't have crossbow parts. Here we ought to be making crossbow parts. And you're not. Because inevitably I screwed that up. Let's free up some of this stockpile here. Our general goods. Anything that can be put away should be put away. Like leathers. Molly, you are not out of jobs. You're just standing around because... Ooh. Naginata Katana, Edge 2. I'm sure that could be useful. Someone. Yep. On week A. She's trying to get food, but she's not leaving the facility. All right, bring food with you. We're up to 70. Yeah, I like this method. It's a solid method. So strong defensive walls allows us even higher tiered walls, which is pretty cool. Strike's cranking out these samurai helmets. What I really ought to do is to any of the helmets I'm not planning on using to load up so I don't get them all confused. Same with weapons. And Plan can hold those for us. Bard here. You ought to be... Oh, so I need hinges and spring steel for crossbow parts. So what I need to do is hinge and spring steel and then crossbow parts, repeat queue. So we have the required items for Bard to craft. Let's give him the hinges already. And Bard, yep, Bard is back to work. Perfect. Another specialist grade. That is disappointing. As for pants, I really have to decide if I want plated drifter or samurai or something similar. Man, I have some really bad pants on. That is apparent. Oh yeah, we also have all these crossbows to sell. So, strong defensive walls. Let's go ahead and upgrade the gate. Oh, we can upgrade these walls, but not the lower tiered ones. Turn jobs on for everyone. I think they're all engineers. All their pathing is getting screwed up. Hopefully that doesn't remain to be true once this is built. So this big tough wall will, or gate I should call it, should help to keep us protected from fog incursion. Hey, nobody liked those guys. Upgrades don't really seem to work. Alright, so this is a 90 hit point gate, which is a lot higher than we had previously had. Reminds me of like Rust architecture, if you're familiar with the Rust games. Then I'll try to re-render the meshes. No, it doesn't seem to help. Alright, what's going on here is I think all the people that are ranged are attempting to help Agnew. Yeah, that's definitely the case. So instead, I'm not quite ready for Bugmaster, but what I could do is help out with some of the other bounties that are hanging out there. So... slowest person. Ron or Janes, maybe, yeah. Follow Janes. And Janes will head to New Kralia. But I think that errand is going to have to be for next episode. So next episode, I'm planning on doing some of the lower level Shek bounties. Getting them out of the way and training up as a result with some of the new Desert Sabers so that we can possibly tackle Bugmaster. Bugmaster is one of the tougher enemies in the game. Most of the bounties I've done so far are not against particularly tough opponents. Grillo might have been the toughest, maybe. Maybe Dust Boss. No, the Dust Boss wasn't that tough, but Bugmaster is ridiculously hard. There is a likelihood of people losing limbs. That is how tough he can be. If you have any tips for me, feedback of any type, drop me a line. Maybe I'll read it out in mid-episode. If you have any suggestions of things to do or ideas, anything like that, just let me know. And I'll have to catch you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Adios.